Alright, welcome back, Beowulf Nation. I'm Beowulf, back at it with another video. Getting ready to launch to go to the ocean, but there's like big news I gotta talk about before I go. It's crazy, is like, look at this storm that's like rolling out. So hopefully it's not, I'm not gonna affect me going to the ocean, because I'm hoping to film something back to back, because after running the ocean, I have to take this in freshwater, so I figured to go ride it, the main spot I go ride it. Take GP1800R. Let me get real quick with this news so we get going to the ocean and get to the next spot for the next video. So the crazy thing I've had going on with my Sea-Doo, let me get around the other way. So the crazy thing I've had going on with my Sea-Doo is I've had like, I think I've been going on with a boost leak. So I bought these like really heavy duty clamps. You can see one of them right there. They were tight to get in there. I plan on upgrading the intercooler piping with a blow-up valve. But I want to see if this works before going and getting other stuff and changing things, is making sure there isn't a leak. I checked the intercooler, there isn't any oil in there, so definitely with these they will not leak out, and we'll see if this thing runs, because it's running more boost than stock, so hopefully this fixes what's going on with that. Now, crazy news, if you haven't seen already, Yamaha did the press thing showing what their 2020 Yamaha Waverunners are. The cool new thing is they showed what the new scheme will be for the 2020 GP1800R. Now the crazy thing is, and I'll show all the photos to show what, this is a 2019, to show what they changed so you can see close up. The biggest thing is they changed the graphic, making this bigger where it goes like right into this area, which I think is pretty cool. They moved Waverunner somewhere else. Now the craziest thing is they've had a previous model that they're now going to classify as a GP1800R HO, meaning it's naturally aspirated. SVHO is the supercharged one. So you can basically get one for a couple $1,000s less that's not supercharged, that's basically the same thing like this, just minus the power of the supercharger, which is really cool. I'm really excited. I think it's cool. They're going to have a lot of different color combos coming out for them. And I'll tell you, you can see all the photos I saw when people went to that. Hopefully, Yamaha, if you're watching, maybe we could get a sneak peek of getting on the channel, one of the 2020s, to do a couple videos to show people close up of what they look like. Yamaha, if you're watching, DM me on Instagram, @Beowulf. Yeah, so that's pretty exciting with the new paint scheme. It actually gives me ideas too of what I'd want to do color scheme. I like the colors on this. I'm still on the fence of what color I'm going to make the seat. But I like how they changed all the graphics on this, because these graphics on this one are different than the previous GP1800 models. So I'm real excited to see what's going on, and that Yamaha stepping up the game with other color schemes, because that's kind of what their competitors are doing. And the cool thing is the non-supercharged one is in different colors than the supercharged one. So nobody will have the same color, so you'll know when somebody has a supercharged one what color it is. I think it's real exciting. Especially too, that many people don't want to have the supercharge, but want the handling. It gets them definitely into the market, which I'm super excited. Thumbs up, Yamaha. All right, so getting ready to get on the ocean. Cool thing too is I picked up, I don't want to have all my stuff fall out, but I did pick up a new helmet. Last time I went riding, all the padding had these clips rusted out of my helmet. I rinse it every time, I tell you that. Salt water is corrosive. But the crucial thing, if you go in the ocean wearing a helmet, actually somebody sent me a link that around 4th of July, somebody in the Myrtle Beach area that has a RXP-X 300 was out between North Carolina and South Carolina. Usually it's where I've gone out a lot before last year. A lot of sharks out there, but must have jumped some waves, hit his face, was unconscious in the water. DNR picked him up. He was having blood come out of his nose and ears from what I saw this thing, and they had to induce him in a coma, and he was like in a coma for like 8 days. And I tell you guys, you've seen the video too where I've hit my head even wearing a helmet. It's definitely added security in front of your face, because it is dangerous when you're going out there. Also, a cool thing, next month in September I am taking a trip to California. If you're new to the channel, I used to professionally race cars, and there's this anniversary. I raced in Formula BMW, and it's cool because people, I used to racing and still race like an IRL, like Graham Rahal will be there. James Davison, James Hinchcliffe, Jonathan Somerton, big time people in racing who are still racing to this day. So we're having this thing, it's not open to public, so I'm taking a trip up to northern part of California, and if any of my viewers, want to do some riding out there. It's just very hard to find a jet ski to ride, so let me know if you guys have someone I could use. When I'm out there in California, that'd be awesome. Here we are at the ocean. Tide is super low. When I unloaded my Yamaha, the trailer started swaying all the way to the left with the tide, and I've never had that happen before. Water's super low. If you've seen this, usually sometimes it's under the grass. I had to be all the way in the water to my door, driver's side door. All right, so this new helmet fits a lot different than my previous one, and it looks pretty badass too at the same time. Also too, I'm going to be doing another giveaway. It'll end on the 18th of September, and I'm giving away a $100 gift card to Riva Racing that you can use on anything they're shopping on their site. Also too, when this video's up, I've already found who won the last giveaway because it just ended yesterday, so I haven't had a chance to go through it and pick who won. But yeah, we're out here on the ocean. Woo! Excited. New helmet and the GoPro, how I hooked it. The groove on this, I have to figure out a different mount thing, because if you could see, I had to like double the sticky stuff the GoPro uses to make sure this thing stays on. So I'm crossing my fingers I don't lose the camera. And man, there's fish flying like crazy out of the water. Holy cow. Everywhere I go, something's jumping out of the water. It's super windy right now too. So it probably means the ocean's gonna be crazy rough, which I'm excited for. And let's get this video going. The tide is super, super low.
was on ice for y'all. 8-6 all the hay. I won't get involved today. Got lost in the ball days. I'm flipping the bars, I'm flipping the on record, off record. I still count wins when they got it. On record, off record. I let them take advantage. I was wildin'. On record, off record deals. Tell them talk to Colin with a quote. On record, off record. I still want the act, not the ghost. For the record, they'll try and make y'all comfortable. For the record, we ain't trying to grow any stuff for you. For the record, lab won't be going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to make no time to waste. Running through it with the young influence, adolescent presence. I'm succumbing to it. I've been giving yeses when I shouldn't do it. I complete ejected, but the moves elusive, and I'm barely moving, but I'm still elusive. I can't work on winners when I know you're losing, so I work the winners and they throw the losers. Guess I had to pivot, shooting no bazookas for the facts. I need racks, paper, cash, fuck a tax. That's a joke. Tell them that Uncle Sam, fuck out the bag, Brody Black, get them back, contract, give me the. That, then it's rap. For the record, don't try and make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow any stuff for you. For the record, lab won't be going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to make no time to waste. Facts, I need racks, paper, cash, fuck a tax. That's a joke, tell them that Uncle Sam, fuck out the bag, Brody Black, get them back, contract, give me them backs. I got lab on my back, you ain't that, then it's raps. For the record, don't try and make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow any stuff for you. For the record, lab won't be going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to make no time to waste.
I don't know if it was crazy as that one time I was out there a couple videos back with the GP1800R, but I have to say it definitely was intense being out there. It's a strong wind. I mean, I could feel it with the helmet. But the crazy thing is I have this app on my iPhone where it can tell me when there's lightning striking. And you can tell with the, well, I don't know if the DJI does justice showing it, but I mean, even from where I just was coming from behind me, I got an app notify me that lightning wasn't too far away. And definitely you don't want to be stuck on the water when there's lightning.
Let's get out of here. I'm staying. I'm not a scaredy cat.
No, but you could be a dead cat.
Keep 6.
Quick, swim to shore. At even the hint of a thunderstorm, get right out of the water.
Thanks. Your advice is electrifying.
If this happens again, you'll know what to do.
No, I know.
And knowing is half the battle.
The crazy thing is today was supposed to be 0% chance of rain. And what's weird is I don't know why it's just been storming all the time. I don't remember ever in my life if it just lightning almost every single day. Literally every day there's lightning. It really hurts going out riding. It was over a week ago I went out riding last, being from the storms and the lightning going out. So even today it was supposed to be no chance of rain, and there were thunderstorms earlier in the day, and it was just like I knew I had a time window to get, because there was like a big storm coming up from Georgia down to Charleston, South Carolina coming up, which is behind me, and there was another storm like west of here, which is where I'm driving to right now. Because what I do with both of the skis is I dip them in fresh water afterwards, being out in the ocean. Even though I was out there that long, salt water is super corrosive, and it's very hard to clean down where the shaft with the prop and the prop. So it's better to dip them, and then especially too where the Yamaha is an open loop cooling. It's definitely important to be flushing it out. You can do it at home with running the hose. I'm not sure when I'm going to ride next, so definitely, no matter what, I dip them in fresh water, period. And then do like the salt away or any of that kind of stuff, which is on my Amazon store, amazon.com/shop/I'mBeowulf. Same with that helmet too. I tell you that wrap that came standard. And the cool thing with that helmet I was using, it's O'Neill helmet. The helmet was just like $130 shipped. And that's like a killer deal. That's on my Amazon store too beside it. It's all under the jet ski riding gear when you go on that link that I told you about. I'm not big into go buying some crazy super expensive helmet because you're riding in the ocean just in case anything goes wrong. $100 helmet is not that big of a deal as if you bought like some of these ones that are like $600-700 or more dollars. Because I see some Bell ones that are really nice, like the cheek pads in there are magnetic, which that would be something that I want to get down the road. But it's like a $700 helmet, and I just don't see spending $700 on a helmet just to be using when I go in the ocean. But if you saw my last or a couple videos back when I was out there, I'm going so fast my cheeks are like moving around because of the wind vibrating or pushing my cheeks like, ooh, you know. It's pretty funny going fast. Now the crazy thing, if you haven't seen, well, it's been when my parents were out visiting me, so this would be that video after that, which is over a week ago, but we didn't film it because it was like so late, and I think we figured out we were going out to eat or something. So they were on my Yamaha GP1800R. Credit to my parents getting on there, especially my dad, riding with somebody on the back. I think he rode the Yamaha the day before, and then riding with a passenger and then with the Sponsons. I even ran with a person on the back since I put the Sponsons. So I give my dad credit going out there, especially when he went on the ocean with me. But when we were tied up, it was packed there, and especially on a Sunday, it was like crazy. I thought like, oh man, it'd be the best time going later in the day. Well, there was like everybody and the mother was there. Because it was, I think, with kids, they were starting school the following or that coming week, so it was just packed, and there was like idiots. So like they were sitting there waiting for me to get down there to get both of them out of the water and get my other ski out of the water. Well, there were some people in this boat they should have had my GoPro, but these people in the boat, they had no clue what they were doing. They actually slammed, almost hit my Sea-Doo RXP-X, and they almost hit them, and the people were like screaming. They were like revving it up real high, throwing reverse. They had no clue what they were doing boating, and like so my ski was tied up, and they want to go around with their tie downs and go around my ski, hitting it. And I tell you, I was there. I wish I filmed it. And my mind, like, you pissed my mom off, man. You better run for the hills. And she said something to them, and they luckily didn't do it, because they would have wrecked my Sea-Doo. They almost backed into it with the outboard motor, and luckily, and that was funny because when I was there, I see this Tacoma come out from launching to get whatever, and come out and circle around me. I'm like, whoa, this is so weird. And it's like, the reality is, that's why going out on the weekend is not the best idea, because that's usually when you got the people who have no clue what they're doing or out, and that's my best advice to it. But the crazy thing, that Sunday, farther down the intercoastal waterway, Georgetown, a kid drowned, and it took them a couple days to find the body. I think they found the body, but it's like, it's no joke when you're going out there in the ocean, you're going out on the river, wherever it is. I mean, safety first. The current's super strong, and yeah, I always tell people, I mean, you never know what's in the water, let alone fighting the current or drowning. You could be an experienced swimmer, and it still can be hard through you fighting the current swimming. It was sad, and they had like the Coast Guard, everybody, but look, they found the body, but the person was dead. It's really sad to see that. Just be aware when you're out there. Be careful. All ages. I'm not sure how old the person was, but I know it was a kid from what somebody told me. But yeah, be careful with that. And also, too, the craziest thing, this has happened in North Carolina and then in Georgia, and I guess it's happened coast to coast. If you have a pet, like a dog, and you like to take them to the river, the lake, the pond, whatnot, there's a big thing going on right now, I guess, on the East Coast, inland and out in the ocean, where they have this thing called the blue and green tide, LJ tide. And I guess in Georgia, some girl took her border collie, this is like a week or two ago, to some body of water in Georgia, and I guess with this blue and green tide, LG tide, if your dog gets exposed to it, it takes only 15 minutes, and either it does like cardiac arrest on your dog or permanent brain damage, which your dog dies from. And she had a photo of like her with her dog during the day, all happy, and then like the next photo later that day, the dog's dead. It's really sad. And then some other person, Wilmington, North Carolina, took her 3 dogs to some body of water, which is not too far from here. It's like an hour away. All 3 of her dogs died that day. That is just crazy. And I got this stuff for like Pike and Cash, these goggles to wear where they could go out on the jet ski with me. Now knowing this, I just don't want to risk it until it's just too close to home with this all going on. And it could even happen intercoastal waterway because of all the rain we've been getting. It's just traveling all around. I don't even want to risk it. 15 minutes and something could happen. And I guess there's like, even when your dog catches, it's not anything like a veterinarian can do. It happens so fast and it's permanent. And yeah, just wanted my viewers to know that. Be aware. Don't take your dog unless you have to, and even that, just don't risk it. I couldn't imagine having all my dogs die at once. That'd be so sad. But we're heading right now to North Myrtle Beach in the Jeep SRT, and we're gonna go dip both the skis in fresh water. And it's a little bit of a drive getting there. I think it's gonna be totally dark once I get there. But yeah, we're gonna come right up to the airport. And if you've seen a couple videos back when those F-16s flew overhead, this would be the Myrtle Beach airport that they flew through. I guess the crazy thing too, this would have been a week ago, Air Force One, well technically the plane, it's Air Force One, isn't unless the president's on board. They were doing like test runs landing here, which have been so cool being on the ski and seeing that massive plane. It must have been doing like multiple landing and taking off right away. That would be definitely cool getting that on the video. just wasn't out there. I think it happened on a Friday or something. It's just like, you know, you got to be there at the right moment kind of thing. But also too, if you haven't picked up any of your I Am Beowulf merch, got the hats, tank top, t-shirts, hoodies, check that out, IamBeowulf.com. Alright, so now it's time to dip in the water. The thing is, there's alligators there, and snakes. You go from like, and there's sharks too. So we gotta go a little ways in. I saw something moving right out there. Something's like a bunch of stuff's moving right there, so that should be all right. Hopefully there's enough good light. The hard thing every time I do this in a video, it's always so dark. Just start her right up. So the big thing here is where you get the prop is in the water. I'm not going to start up the Sea-Doo because it technically didn't run at all today. So as long as it just gets in there and the water just dips it off, even though it was in the ocean. Yeah, the tide's like super low. Even here, the tide's low. Look at it, it comes plain. So this is basically what you have to do, and then clean it off at home even after the fact doing it. So this is not just this and you're done. It's this and still doing more. So probably sit here for like a minute or two. It takes a second for it to go all filtering through before it goes through the whole cooling and all of these lines right here. So just kind of let it go. And hopefully I can do some riding tomorrow. And I'm probably gonna take the Yamaha back out. So this is kind of what you have to do after riding. This is the route I do. Because some people, you can spray it off and then run the hose through either one of these. Well, the carbon seal with that, it's not too smart of an idea to be running this thing out of the water. Even running through it. Because when you connect the hose, all you're connecting the hose on the Sea-Doo is just running. It's not doing anything with the cooling system. It's just going through the intercooler and the exhaust. Not anything to do with the cooling system because it's a closed loop cooling. So that's something just to think about knowing with it. You really technically don't need to be running this thing out of the water, period. And that's what my advice is. And you see all that stuff because you see Sea-Doo and they claim to like a minute 30 seconds or something like that out of water, even with the hose connected. You're just like wrecking that carbon seal big time. So this looks about right of how long I should run it. And it's the end of the video. I'll see you guys back in the next one. Peace out, Beowulf Nation.